let's read a very small chapter. Chapter 32, called Challenges and Prayers. It's only 2 pages. My days at the ashram were filled with seva. That's a Sanskrit word that means selfless service. Correspondence, preparation of brochures and newsletters, follow-up with important people regarding important projects, the chief editor of the Encyclopedia of Hinduism and the administrator in charge, to be sure that assigning, writing, editing, and receiving articles was all on schedule, following up with local government officials on various environmental projects we undertook in the area, land to put the wandering cows on, land for a trash dump so it won't go into the Ganga, the holy river, land for tree plantations. I also ghost wrote articles and books for Pujya Swamiji, channeling his words into my head. So many people were thirsty for this wisdom, it had to be put down and published in book form. I closed my eyes at my computer and typed as he dictated soundlessly into the space of my own brain. I oversaw our burgeoning educational programs, raising funds from devotees to build and renovate schools and women's vocational training programs. We formed the Youth Education Services, the YES Project, a precursor to the Divine Shakti Foundation, the DSF Project, that included the schools and women's programs. And I prayed a lot to be worthy of the life that was given to me, to be divine, to expand into the space created by my name, Bhagawati. And I struggled. I struggled with Indians doubting me, being suspicious of the white girl who clearly was up to no good. At one point, a journalist published an article stating that I was a Jewish American spy sent to dismantle one of India's largest and most renowned spiritual institutions, and criticized Pujya Swamiji for his inability to see the obvious and throw me out. Wow. I struggled with people's inability to understand that, really, all I wanted was to give back to this place, this land, and the culture that had given me so much. And yes, I was aware of my inadequacies. I was unworthy, yes, but a spy? No. I struggled with people assuming I was Pujya Swamiji's mistress. People who projected their own impression of men onto my guru, who actually knew neither man nor woman, but only soul. Don't worry about them, he would say. They will understand one day. But I can't bear that my presence is bringing you or the ashram a bad name. I would respond, crying, just send me back. It'll be so much better for you. He would hear nothing of it, and chastised me for being so affected by gossip. They just don't have any other work to do, he told me, so they gossip. You are here for something much greater. Do not waste your time. Pujya Swamiji runs a huge risk by opening the doors of Paramarth Niketan to Western women. The Indian religious world of renunciates prides itself on the distance it keeps from women. There are no women allowed in here at all, is often stated with an air of superiority. It's a world in which male leaders judge themselves and others by the distance or lack of distance that is kept from women. He roams around with women is the worst insult one could make about a spiritual leader. Whether or not one is insinuating a physical or sensual relationship, the simple act of roaming around with a woman is, in and of itself, cause for censure. the fallout that Pujya Swamiji has faced over the years due to my presence and the presence of a large number of Western female sevaks, selfless servants, cannot be overstated. And his answer is always, I see only the heart and devotion, not the gender. If God keeps sending me devoted sevaks who want to serve selflessly for humanity in the form of women, that is who will do the seva. When God sends men with that much devotion, we will take them too. For me, it's always been a struggle, hearing that I am, simply by my existence in a female form, already defective and a liability. A renowned saint once said to me, I will pray for you that in your next life you may be born as a boy, so you won't have this difficulty. I was touched by his intent, but the comment was infuriating. I don't want to be a boy in my next life, I seethed to myself after our meeting and my blessing. Why can't you pray for a culture that sees girls as being as inherently valuable as boys? Why can't you pray for a culture that isn't suspicious and judgmental? Why can't you pray to purify people's eyes? That is the 32nd chapter. Thank you for listening. Yes, how infuriating indeed. We've come so far as a civilization, and yet have so far to go, it seems still. But it makes me happy to know that there are great saints such as Pujya Swamiji who, are finally ready to move past those social customs, which is really what they are. They're not based in any kind of spiritual truth, just an archaic tradition, which it is certainly more than time to let go of. We should respect the differences in our biology, that's for sure, but in the context in which our biology is not relevant, such as when it comes to our mind, our spirit, which are fluid and transcendental to gender respectively, then we need not create such differences. The soul is one, that source is one. All forms of expression can be found within. Namaste.